Hi, everyone, and I'm excited that you all are here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, I'm going to be discussing on how I discern whether or not information that is coming in is coming from my higher self or if it's coming from my ego. And I would like to preface this with saying that there's never a one size fits all. As always, we are constantly filling into information that we're receiving, taking what resonates, and throwing the rest out. And so I'm not going to be saying that you should be seeing a visualization in your third eye, that you should be feeling your heart center expanded, you should be hearing an audible voice, right? We all have unique different pathways in which we are meant to be receiving. And instead, I'm going to be sharing with you a practice to aid you in discerning the clarity and discerning where the information is coming from. And feel free to make it your own and come up with something new. And please feel free to share the practices that you are participating down below in the comment section. So first and foremost, I would like to say for so long we have been taught to operate with the intellect, just with the mind, right? And the mind creates so much. First of all, the mind can only comprehend such a limited amount of experiences, of information, of and right? And so when we shift from operating solely in the mind to coming to the heart center, now we are taking this limited space of what we can receive and expanding it to an infinite space, right? It's all about creating that coherence. So before I share the practice, I definitely recommend you bringing whatever practice resonates most with you and coming into the heart center. I have plenty of videos talking about that. And if you feel called and you want me to share an updated video, leave it down in the comment section and we'd love to share a technique and tools that I use in dropping into my heart center and really creating a coherence field within me. So the practice that I'm sharing today is setting intentions. Now, before you click off of the video, if you have already been on this journey and you're like, oh, I already know this, stay to the end and hear me out and see if there's something new that comes of this. So we are all infinite creator beings, and whether you know this or not, we are creating our realities with our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. And so our intentions stems from those, right? So in the example, let's say that you are wanting to know whether or not you should stay in Chicago or if you should go to Florida for a job. First and foremost, getting into a space where you won't be distracted, right? Where there's little to no, preferably no noise at all. A quick side note is that wherever you're at on your journey, if you are not already participating in a form of meditation where you are getting into complete silence and preferably, you know, not having so much artificial light, just being with yourself and creating this space of stillness for you to finally hear. If you're into praying, praying is how you speak and meditation is how you listen. So it's a beautiful balance to incorporate. But for sure, meditation has been the foundation for me on my journey and in receiving wisdom for anything. Okay, so you create a space of stillness, of not being distracted, of being not being bombarded with artificial lights. You start to take some deep inhales and exhales. And in case you don't know this already, a nice deep inhale starts with expanding the belly, expanding the lower rib cage, expanding the upper chest, pausing for a moment, and then collapsing the same way. And it's almost like you're creating the ocean within you. If you can imagine just hearing the tides wash up on the beach and wash out, and bringing the awareness to the breath, really helps you to further release all the to-do lists, all everything, the mind chatter, because where your consciousness goes, your energy flows, right? So it's not to say that, things might pop in, but if you're not continuing the feed of it, then it just literally moves by like clouds because your attention is on the breath. So you're in your space, you're breathing, you're subsiding all the emotions, and then now you simply set an intention that I am immaculate clarity. And of course, word this however you want to word this, have fun with this, play with this, make this your own experience. I am immaculate clarity. I am divine neutrality. I am that I am. Strengthen the connection as my higher self and my oversoul. And then I set the intention to receive the guidance that it is in alignment with the highest and best interest of all that is for me to go to Florida for this job. Okay. And of course, I repeat things 3 times. Again, make it your own and just be with yourself. Now comes releasing expectations and attachments to how or when we receive guidance. Right away, as we have been trained to solely be in the intellect, solely be in the mind it, solely relying on the intellect the way that we have been is a very limited experience. And so it oftentimes it wants things right now. And let's say you sat for 30 minutes and nothing has come up, there's been no signs whatsoever, that's fine. Get up, go along your day and trust that you will receive what you're meant to receive when you are meant to receive it. You might be washing the dishes, you might be combing your hair, blow drying your hair, showering, you might be on a beautiful walk on the beach, or you might have, through synchronicities, 3 different people or a trailer, a movie, and a person all say something similar about moving to Florida for financial gain, or, just it will come to you the way it needs to come to you because part of this journey is being joyful, having fun with it, right? Not taking this so seriously. So our guides, our angels, our higher self loves to have fun as well. So they like to blow us away with the profound synchronicities of information and messages. And perhaps you're into numerology and you keep seeing 111 or 777. And though there's many charts out there online of what 111's 444, what they mean, have a fun game, create what they mean to you. And yeah, just not being closed off on creating a conclusion on how you are supposed to receive messages and trust, right? So filling into the layers of what I am saying and what I'm not saying, right? Because without me saying it, there's levels of surrendering, there's levels of releasing attachments and conclusions, there's trusting, there is having fun with the process, right? Because sometimes what we're receiving guidance on, we might perceive it as something serious. And the invitation might be for you just to release a lot of that seriousness. So have fun with this. And as a little bonus tool or exercise to help you with that trust, because I know for me, especially being so intellectually driven, there a tool that helped me to learn how to trust is you have a stopwatch or a timer on your phone, and before you follow the same steps, create a space where you're not going to be distracted, do some deep breathing, subside all the emotions, set your intention to open your eyes at an X amount of time. Let's just say 30 seconds. Once you've done the process of setting the intention, but for this practice, you hit start on the phone, you set the intention, you open your eyes for 30 seconds, and open your eyes when you feel called to open your eyes. Don't try to count, just be present with the breath. And when you see that you've landed on the 30 seconds, that continues to grow your confidence and your trust in yourself. And if not, that invites you to bring compassion and love and joy and say, okay, this is a fun game. Let me keep at it. And if you've been nailing this, like this is no problem for you, or this is getting too difficult, adjust the time for a greater amount of time or for less amount of time. And I can't state enough, have fun with these processes, make them your own, create your own system, whatever helps you to stay consistent, right? That's another thing that was implied but not said, and now I'm saying it, is consistency, right? So to summarize this, breath plus your intentions plus consistency equals profound miracles. I hope you guys got a lot out of this. I'm sending you all so much love. I'll see you when I see you.